All my exes live in Texas. We got Eileen and Abeline, Rosanna and Texarkana, Temple and Dimple, and Allison in Galveston. There's no wonder the man hangs his hat in Tennessee. Hello, my brothers and sisters of the Leaf. It's your boy, Bocephus McGraw, aka the Southern Contrarian. And what do I bring to you today? Another one of those Ezra Zion creations. I know, a little Ezra Zion overload, but I'm really starting to get a lot of notes from his cigars. But this is the All My Ex's 10th year anniversary, and this cigar is a 7x50 Churchill with a full body, full strength, velvety Sumatra Maduro leaf. Binders and fillers are undisclosed, but aged for 7 to 12 years. A little read up. First light is an explosion of intense flavors: milk chocolate, brown sugar, cinnamon stick, and black pepper rush across the palate. Candied macadamia nuts, heavy cream, and dried fruit. The finish is long, adding molasses and leather. The retrohale adds a cayenne pepper burn. As it progresses, dark cocoa, Cabernet wine, and white pepper appear. A wave of vanilla bean immediately follows, giving a lingering creamy sweetness. Halfway, the flavors get even richer and deeper. Dark caramel, hints of bourbon oak barrel, and melted butter emerge. Raw cane sugar, sweetness, and pie crust appear. Big blasts of buttercream wash over the palate. Absolutely delicious. Last third gets even more intense. Toffee, black tea, toasted marshmallow, and chocolate chips are added. Roasted coffee beans, hickory, and allspice. The burn is cool and the complexity continues to increase all the way to the nub of the nub. This is, without a doubt, one of the most delectable and delicious cigars I've ever tasted. And just to let you know, they first came out with All My Exes in 2015, and over the past 10 years they have come up with different redemptions, but this is the 10-year anniversary, so this is supposed to be the big bang. What I'll do now, give you a little close-up of the cigar, of the foot, of the band. Nice artwork. It really covers a lot of the cigar, a lot of artwork. Ezra Zion Cigar seems to be known for this. And then lastly, of the cap. All right, again, I have my trusty Hedron by Cigar. But I was told by one of the viewers that their preference is straight cut. So I do like a straight cut occasionally, so I think I might switch it up a little bit today. And I'm using my straight cut scissors by Cigarism. All right, so let me go ahead and get this cigar ready. Remove this band. And let me see if I can cut this on camera. I'm not. Let's see if I can get this. Can I get this? All right. Got a smooth, clean cut there. Let me go ahead and see if I can toast this foot. All right, you got a good toast on that. All right, so let me go ahead and see if I can get this thing lit up. All right, so we seem to be burning pretty good. And some of the initial flavors that I'm getting. Let's see. Okay. All right, definitely. Like I said, I've noticed that I have to retrohale to get those flavors. And so I am getting some of that dark chocolate. I'm not getting a milk chocolate. I am getting some of that pepper. Not too strong, but I can feel it on the palate, in the back of the throat. Let me see another retrohale. All right. I'm not getting any creaminess or anything like that, but like I said, I do get the black pepper, a little bit of cinnamon, but not the cinnamon on the retro, but cinnamon on the normal XL. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, get into this first third, see what this stick tastes like, and give you all some feedback on this first third. Remember, it is a Churchill 7x50 Vitola, and so, you know, we'll gradually get through this, but we'll make it through. And like I said, we'll be back in a second, and I'll get you some of that feedback. All right, my people, I know that you all have hit that subscribe button and hit the like and share so we can get this video out there. So I'm getting on through that first third, finishing it on up. And as you see, you know, nice little wavy burn line. And it is a little delayed burn here, but it really isn't affecting the flavor. As I say, I don't like to touch up my cigars, see if they can fix themselves. But what I'm getting out of this cigar definitely is, you know, a lot of different notes. I did get the black pepper on the light up. And as I progress, I start to get some roasted peanut, and I mean like dry roasted peanuts. I started to get some cinnamon, and I also start to get some milk chocolate. And so what's interesting is I got the roasted peanut on the regular XL throughout the cigar. On the retrohale is when I got the milk chocolate and the cinnamon. As I moved through and started to get towards the end of this first third, I did get the vanilla bean. And one thing interesting about Ezra Zion cigars is that I don't get a mixture of those flavors, but they're each distinct notes. So as I said, I've got vanilla bean, I have gotten milk chocolate, I've gotten roasted peanut, and I've gotten black pepper and cinnamon so far. So I'm going to continue on through this cigar, continue to see if I can discover some of those wonderful notes that are stashed away in here. And I'll get back to you after I get more so into that second third and give you all some feedback. And again, let me know if you all have tried any Ezra Zion cigars, or what are your favorite sticks, or can you suggest some cigars out there for me to try? As I said, Juicy, Lucy, and Mr. Chesty are quite full and ready to get some of that weight off of their shoulders. All right, so I'll see you all in a minute. All right, so making my way on through this Churchill, All My Exes, 10th anniversary by Ezra Zion. And this is, again, Ezra makes some good sticks, I'm seeing. With this one in this second third, I continue to get that toasted. Peanuts. The pepper, white pepper that is, did intensify and would linger. The peanut I was tasting on regular XL and retro Hales, and I really start to get that white pepper spice on the retro Hale, but not so much. Well, I take that back. I was getting a lot of white pepper on the regular XL, and it lingered. For me, the way I tell the difference between black pepper and white pepper is the black pepper gives like a quick little punch, while white pepper tends to be a little bit more spicy and hangs on a little bit more. The burn line has been a little wavy, but again, it has been correcting itself throughout the smoke, not affecting my smoking experience. I also want to say to Cardell Bradley, the viewer that says their way of cutting their cigar is a straight cut, so I decided to straight cut today because of Cardell Bradley. And sir is working out for me. But again, this is a good cigar by Ezra Zion. Notes straightforward. And the milk chocolate, it will peek in every now and again. I also start to get some caramel, and I start to get a little bit more sweetness in this cigar. But it wasn't really intense. It hung around for a little while, not so much of a mixture of those notes, but those are the notes that I got. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get into this final third and give you all my thoughts on that final third and on the overall smoking experience. So hang out, hang on, and I'll be back with you in a second. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. All right, my people. So we're finishing on up with this final third. And this final third, I got more toasted woods. The pepper did pick up, and more of that leather. I did get some of those more cocoa nibs and like dark chocolate, and not much spice. But this one is finishing up mainly wood and leather, and like I said, some of that dark cocoa. So I think I'm about to wrap this one on up and sign on out of here. So your boy, the Southern Contrarian, signing out. And to my brothers and sisters of the leaf, keep smoking. And as you know, when we get out of here, I'm gonna give you all a quick scan around of where we at. All right, be well and have a good one. Take it easy, brothers and sisters.